There's one thing you're supposed to be doing right now, and you still haven't touched it. You know exactly what it is. So instead, you do everything else. You scroll. You clean a kitchen that was already clean. Anything except that one thing that's actually gnawing at you. If your anxiety can turn a simple task into a mountain, if you can't start until you're sure you'll do it perfectly, this episode is for you. The task isn't big. Your anxiety made it big. And you can't outthink your way past it because the thinking is the tangled part. So today, I'm not going to give you more mindset tips to stop the overthinking. I'm giving you a tool you already have, music, and 4 ways to use it to get off the couch, out of your head, and moving on to that one thing. By the end, you'll have a way to start that you can use again and again, and a version of you that trusts itself a little more every time you hit play. Hi, and welcome to Block Out the Noise, a space to quiet the noise of anxiety, self-doubt, and overthinking. I'm Jessica Davis, licensed therapist, mindset coach, and the creator of the Courage Method. I'm going to give you a way to get yourself moving onto the thing that you've been avoiding, even when your head is too loud to think your way there, and show you what it does on how you see yourself. One thing before we go further. What I share here is meant to support you. It is not a replacement for therapy. Take what helps, leave what doesn't. And if things ever feel like too much, please reach out to someone you trust. Before I give you the how, I want you to understand why music works at all, because I don't want you to write it off as background noise. Music therapy is a real clinical field. Board-certified therapists use it in hospitals with stroke recovery, with trauma, with anxiety. There are people with dementia who can't recognize their own family anymore, and you play them a song from when they were young, and they light up and sing every word.
Be loving you always. La, 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 la. You recognize the
They've lost their words, and the songs are still right there. When a song hits you, it doesn't land in one small corner of your brain. It lights up the whole network at once. The parts that run your emotions, your movement, your sense of reward. It can trigger dopamine, the same feel-good chemical your brain hands you for food or a win. It moves your energy up or down on its own, and it doesn't take convincing. That is a lot of power for something sitting in your pocket right now, or something you're watching in this very moment. The question is just whether you're using it on purpose or letting it use you. Before I hand you the tool, I need to close 2 doors completely. There are 2 traps that keep people stuck exactly where they are. And if we don't clear them out of the way first, nothing else in this episode will work. The first is waiting. You're waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel motivated or calm, or like today's finally the day. For an anxious mind, that day does not come, because there's always one more reason it isn't safe to start yet. To say it plainly, the ready feeling shows up after you move, not before. If you wait for it, you'll be waiting for a very long time. Then the second one. It's the reason this isn't just a feel-good episode. A lot of you are using music already, and it's holding you back. You know the one. The sad song you played 40 times this week, the playlist that matches exactly how you feel, so you just keep it going. Music hits you fast. It goes straight to the part of you that feels things. So when you play sad songs, it pulls more sad things up with you. The song about the breakup keeps the breakup right there in the room with you. Sometimes, honestly, we want that. We'd rather feel something sharp than feel numb. Staying in it feels like staying close to something. I totally understand that. The catch is, if you're playing that music all day, every day, it isn't keeping you company. It's keeping you exactly where you are. That right there can be the noise. This whole show is about figuring out what your noise is so you can block it out. And sometimes your noise is coming through your own headphones. So if the feeling isn't coming first, what do you actually do? You need something to move you before your head gets on board. Music is one of those tools. I know that it works on your body before it works on your mind. That is the whole reason why it helps and is so therapeutic. You can't out-argue your anxiety. You've tried. It always has a comeback. But music doesn't argue with it. It skips the argument and goes straight to your body. You already know this is real. Think about working out. Most people can barely get through a workout without music. because the right song changes what your body is willing to do. You don't just hear it, you feel it in your chest, in your energy. Put on something slow and heavy and you sink into it. Put on something with drive and your energy climbs to meet it. That isn't a mood trick. That's the song working on you before you've talked yourself into anything. The next part is the whole point. Music is the lighter. You're the candle. A lighter doesn't just create fire out of nothing. It has to light something. And that's exactly what we're going to use it to do. Could you get lit another way? Sure. Two sticks rubbed together, survival show style. I love these survival shows. Flint stuck against steel until it sparks. There's always another way to make fire. It just takes a lot longer. And most days you don't have that kind of time. So music is the lighter. It only gets you going. The flame and everything it burns through after that is all you. So the question becomes, how do you actually use this? I'm going to share 4 moves and you can start any of them today. 1, meet the mood, then move it. That's a real thing in music therapy called ISO principle. You start with a song that matches where you actually are, and then you climb from there. Think about a good DJ. They never open the night with the biggest song. They feel out where the room is, then build it up track by track. You're going to do that with yourself. If you're flat and heavy, and you slap the hype song on first, it just bounces off you. And then you decide music doesn't work for you. It's not that music doesn't work. You just skipped a step. Meet yourself where you are, then walk your energy up one song at a time. This part is crucial, especially because you're not just faking happy. And you are so tired of people telling you to just think positive. You're not pretending anything. You're starting where you honestly are and then moving from there. 2, build a rotation and know what each song is for. Think about Michael Phelps on the blocks before a race. Hood up, headphones on, Eminem going. He didn't decide to use shuffle feature or a random radio. He built a whole playlist for one job, getting himself locked in. Every hitter in baseball does a smaller version of it too. A walk-up song picked for that one moment at that plate. You never want just one of anything. That helps you because the day your one thing doesn't work, you've got nothing. And for an anxious mind, having nothing is reaching for the scariest part. So you collect a handful, a song that gets you off the couch, a song for focusing when there's real work in front of you, a song for pushing into something you normally would avoid, maybe one with no words at all, for when you just need to get your own thoughts out of your head. Different jobs, different songs. When your songs change as your life changes, that's not being flaky. That's the tool working. This is a good place to be straight with you because I never want to sell a quick fix. Music is powerful and it's just one tool, not a cure-all. So if you reach for it and it isn't moving you or you're catching yourself sliding back to the sad stuff on repeat, don't force it. That's your cue to use a completely different tool instead. I actually put a whole set of them together for you. It's in the free Anxiety Survival Toolkit and is linked in the show notes. It has coping skills, audio tools, a full breakdown of the Courage Method, and a guided meditation. So go grab it so you are never down to your last tool. 3, anchor a song on purpose. This one I haven't heard anyone teach, and it honestly is one of my favorites. A song is basically a photograph you can hear. Music is one of the strongest memory triggers we have. So one song can drop you straight back into a summer or a person or a version of yourself from years ago. Most people just let that happen by accident. I want you to take a picture on purpose, on a genuinely good day, a day you feel like yourself. Go find a new song you've never really sat with and let it soak up that day. Play it enough that the two stick together. Now you've built something. Weeks from now, on a hard day you can't picture yet, you can reach for that song and it hands a piece of that good day back to you. If your anxiety is always bracing for the next bad day, this is you using that same wiring for you instead of against you. You're planning ahead. You're leaving yourself a lifeline. 4, use it as a starting gun. Pick one song. Pick one task. You start when the song starts. That's the whole deal. You don't have to finish the project. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to move when the music does. If you're anything like me, one time through won't be enough. So put it on repeat and let it carry you. I am a firm believer of repeating songs. I will literally repeat songs for hours and days. Does anyone else do this or is it just me? We already know this works. We do it with little kids, to be honest. There's a reason there's a cleanup song. There's a reason for the alphabet song. There's a reason Miss Rachel can get a room full of toddlers doing things they don't want to do. The music keeps the rhythm going. Same for you. While the song is playing, you keep moving. When you finish, you can turn it off. But I'll be honest, I will play the same song for hours. My whole family knows this about me, and I'm sure they probably are over some of the songs that I play, but it works. Whatever gets the job done. Every single time you do this, something quiet happens underneath. And it's the real reason why I made this episode. I've had clients sit down with me who did not want to talk, couldn't get the words out, wouldn't engage, completely walled off. So we didn't force the talking. I put music on and I'd have them draw or write or just color while it played. You could watch it happen. Their shoulders come down. They stopped being so guarded. Slowly they started to let me in. The music didn't do it for them. It made starting feel possible, and they did the rest. That's what I want for you. When you use a song to start the thing you've been dreading, and it actually gets done, even if you did it badly, something bigger than the task happens. You collect a piece of proof about yourself, proof that you can move even when your head is screaming that you can't. Do that enough times and the fear stops running the show, because you're standing on a stack of evidence that you'll move anyway. That is the real win here. Not a tidier room, a version of you that finally trusts itself to start. So this is where I leave you. There's a line I said once without planning to, and it has stuck with me ever since. So I'm giving it to you. Let music move you when you don't feel like you can move yourself. The song is the push. You're the one who moves them. One challenge this week. Pick one song and use it to start the one thing you keep avoiding. So that's all. Go find your song. If this helped, please subscribe to the channel and like the video so the next person can find it. Also, watch the next video to learn more about ways to fight anxiety. Thank you so much for spending the time watching this video. It truly means so much to me. I am loving this journey and I really do enjoy making these videos for you. So please start commenting below. It just gives me more motivation to stick around and keep doing this for you. Until next time, keep moving forward, trust yourself, and never forget you have what it takes to block out the noise.